Hi, McCollum Cowboys. This is Principal Model Gain here, and I want to share some information with you. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be walking you through what the schedule is going to be like during this time of distance learning. This is what we call a synchronous schedule. So this is the way that you will be able to attend classes live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen that I'm going to be walking you through basically what this schedule would look like. So I'm going to share my screen. And what you are seeing now, for example, this is the synchronous schedule for our freshmen. Right here at the top, it says live 9th grade schedule. This schedule that I'm showing you today, when I say synchronous, this is our live schedule, and it only applies during our time of distance learning. If we get to return to campus pretty soon, when we do, of course, we're going to be going by a totally different bell schedule. The actual schedules your students receive. But this is what we call a synchronous schedule. And these are what we refer to when we talk about live classes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk you through an example of what would be what a 9th grader schedule would look like. And I want you to know that these schedules will apply to all the teachers. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the periods. So right here, or I'm clicking over here, I wrote down what would be the typical classes a freshman would take. Now, I'm only going to show the freshmen, but we do have this for all the grade levels. So, for example, these would be the classes a freshman would take. Notice I didn't write down the teacher here. I just wrote down the subject, because during that time for biology, this will apply to all the biology teachers. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that here in just a second. Now, what this schedule does is it doesn't require you to be on all day. But I'm going to walk you through what this looks like. So this is what a typical freshman would look like. Let's pretend this is a freshman student. And here's their schedule. Their first period would be biology. So we look at the schedule here and we see, well, where is biology? Biology is right here. I'm going to highlight it. Notice it says 12:40 to 1:25. That would be the time that the biology teacher will be on live. All the biology teachers would be on live at that time. This is a live class. This is what we call synchronous. Let me look at my next one. I have Art 1. I'm going to highlight that one. This says from 9:05 to 9:50, but notice that this is in a different section. Over here, this section here is Monday and Wednesday. So biology is 12:40 to 1:25. Monday and Wednesdays, live, synchronous. Monday, Wednesdays, live biology instruction, synchronous schedule. This one on this side, it's Tuesday and Thursday. So the Art 1 teachers are doing their live synchronous instruction, 9:05 to 9:50s on Tuesday and Thursdays. Again, that's synchronous, that's live. Not all instruction is live. Some of it is what we call asynchronous, which is not live. But these are the actual live periods. And you're going to notice as I'm going through this, how this was developed so that these classes don't overlap. Okay, so this third period would have world history. World history right here, I'm going to highlight it, is also Tuesday, Thursday from 2:10 to 2:55. ELA 1, fourth period, pre-AP. Notice I put pre-AP here. So here on Tuesday, Thursday, there's an English 1 right here, and there's an English 1 pre-AP. Notice there are different sections. So our freshman here would be taking English 1 pre-AP, but that would be 2:55 to 3:40 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Now, fifth period is lunch. Lunch is right here. You only have 35 minutes to eat lunch every day. I'm just kidding. The lunch schedules are more for our teachers, so that way we make sure they have a break. Okay, so that's what that is in their schedule for. Now, BIM, Business Information Management. This is sixth period. So where's that at on here? Here it is, BIM. It's on Monday, Wednesdays, first thing in the morning. This is the live instruction. PE, yes, PE, it does have a Google Classroom. PE is going to be distance learning. So PE is here Tuesday and Thursdays, 10:35 to 11:20. Notice how they're on different times. We did that on purpose so that way we make sure there's no overlap. Algebra 1, 8th period's Algebra 1 Here's Algebra 1, also Tuesday, Thursday, from 12:40 to 1:25. The teachers are there. All the Algebra 1 teachers there are live teaching in their classes. And in Spanish 1. Spanish 1 is over here. Monday, Wednesdays, 11:55 to 12:40. So notice how these actually are split up very well. 4 live instructions on Monday, Wednesday, 4 live on Tuesday and Thursdays. This is what we call the synchronous schedule. This is how it's going to work for everyone. Now, if I was you, what I would do is I would take your schedule that was emailed to you and maybe write these things down. So for example, if you have first period, maybe you want to write down over here, okay, so I'm going to be doing biology every Monday, Wednesday. So maybe you want to type in there Monday and Wednesday, and maybe you want to type in there the time. I'm doing this from 12:40 to etc. And maybe you want to do that for all the subjects. Okay, that's what I would recommend you do. So again, this is the live instruction. Now, that doesn't mean that all instruction every day is live, because there's also what we call asynchronous, which means it's not live at that time. So, for example, on Monday, these are your live classes: BIM, Spanish 1, Biology, English 1. Well, you still need to check in with the rest of your classes, your art, your PE, your algebra, your history. That's what we call asynchronous. That's not live. That is going to be on the Google Classroom. So on Monday, between these class periods that you are live, you want to make sure you're checking in with your other classes as well. And the same thing on Tuesday, Thursday, check in with your classes that are not live. This is how we're going to be taking attendance. Real important that you do this. So every day, you're either live or you're checking in with your classes. Now, what happens if you weren't able to you missed a live class? Well, what we're also doing is these classes teachers are going to be recording them, so you can also watch them at a later time, and that's going to also be taken for your attendance, okay? So if you miss a live session, it's really best that you make those live sessions so you have that, you can ask the teachers questions live as they're teaching it. But if you miss it for any reason, you can go and you can actually go into the Google Classroom for that teacher, and the lesson will be there. They will publish that, and so that way you can also watch the lesson, and that'll be counted for your attendance as well. That's how attendance is being counted, through the live lessons, through checking into your classes every day, making sure you're going to your Google Classrooms to check on those classes. Now, how are you going to get all this information? You should be getting Google Classroom invites from your teachers. That should be happening very soon if it's not happening already. Now, also, we're going to be publishing a list of all the Google Classroom codes, so that way you can go in there and you can see where all your teachers are in case you change teachers, or for our newer students that don't get an email at that time, we will be able to help you and get you that Google Classroom code. But be checking your email. Again, this is how we're taking attendance. So you notice that the way this is, you are not live all day. So here are your classes. Again, these are your live classes. But during the other parts of the day, that's where you do your asynchronous schedule. That's where you check into your Google Classrooms and you make sure you're completing whatever work you have. Now, again, because of this, the way this schedule works, the asynchronous time, you got to make sure you're very responsible and make sure that you are going in there and you're completing your work and checking in with your classes every single day, and that you're filling out, you're responding to your assignments, completing any work. We got to make sure we're very responsible. But again, this schedule doesn't require you to be on live all day long, but you do need to make sure you're going into your classes every day, your Google Classrooms, whether you're live or not, to make sure you're completing your assignments. So again, you're going to be getting emails with those Google Classroom codes. That's how we're going to make sure you're getting, you know who when your teacher is. You'll be able to go into their Google Classrooms. You'll also see the schedules on there. They're going to be sharing that as well. Now, how do you get this right here? Parents, teachers, students, how do I see this screen right here? Well, we're going to be doing that. Again, these right here, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, these are all going to be posted on our HMS website. So I'm going to show that to you real quick. I'm going to stop sharing this. Here I am again. So now I'm going to share what our website looks like. There's not a lot on it at this moment. It's just starting back up with a new provider, but we're going to start adding things to it real soon. So let me show that to you. Trying to find it. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to show you where our actual address is. All right. So if you look at the campuses, this is the actual main website, but you don't actually need to go to this website. Here is our page. It says harlandale.net/MHS. harlandale.net/MHS. And what you're going to do is you're going to scroll to the bottom here. And under latest news, it's not here right now, but real soon you're going to see a link here that's going to have this, and it's going to say synchronous schedule. That's what it's going to say. So again, it's going to be on our website, harlandale.net/MHS. And on the bottom here, you're going to see that's going to say synchronous schedule. Again, so I'm going to stop sharing here. I hope this helps. I know there's still lots of questions, but we're here to help you and try to make this as clear as possible. That's why I do these videos, so that way if you have questions, you can replay it as much as you need. Hopefully this does help you, and just take some time reviewing the synchronous schedule with your student schedule, and that way make a plan of what that's going to look like. But again, I hope this helps you as much as possible. Thank you.